go a long way towards that.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the center position. And for the Magic, Wagner is in the front court alongside Banchero. The guard pair for him will be Suggs and Bain. And it's Carter in at the center, filling out the middle. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this grade, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
The three from Banchero. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And this is the type of go-to scorer. This team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Hits it from three-point range.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
He gets that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. Coach told me, quote, "Our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball." He continued, not only is Ball a three-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there. Kevin, back to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. And Clark, the Magic with two good wings in Banchero and Wagner.
Yeah, they certainly have two of the better young wings in the league. Both forwards are outstanding at both ends of the floor. You know, it'd be kind of like a college football team with two gigantic tight ends. I mean, they're a physical duo. And that makes them formidable in every way.
Something Wagner continues to work on. It's huge when he's connecting from outside.
And it's Miller penetrating, and it's Miller with the jam.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hand.
Max force, throw back. Open midi right there. That's letting the defense off the hook if you don't cash in.
The Magic making a switch here. Carter's checked in. The Hornets also with the sub. White's checked in. Out to the right wing. Knipple with the bucket.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And a chance here to check out some stats for Miles Bridges.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Just punishing the defense from the interior. Wagner doesn't mind scoring against physical defense.
Ball, the pass to White. Down low, Diabate. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Got that one up quick.
So they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Outside Carter. Ball with the rebound.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
Carries it from three-point range. Banchero's got 8 points.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
1:16 left in the first quarter. Now, here's Wagner. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. Carter kicks to Banchero. Back to Carter. Shot clock at 5. And it falls. Over the rim and in.
You know, the thing about Carter, even though he loves to play with his back to the bucket, he can also face you up and knock down the jump shot.
Pass to Bridges. Over Banchero. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Bain with the bucket.
The ability to pass like that will be a must as Banchero's career goes on.
White the pass to Bridges. Here's Knipple. And it's the Hornets another 3.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And he's good on the 3 ball. Hornets leading by 8. Right side, White. Over Carter. Outside, Ball. Here's Bridges. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. 8 points for him.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
And so it's Charlotte going into the break with a 10-point lead. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hornets.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their...
My goodness. Nice drop-off by Banchero. I mean, good unselfish play there.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. So, GA Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hogs, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Oh, good to see that Banchero has options. If he can't penetrate, your game has to be multifaceted in the league.
And there is White, and that's good on the assist from Bridges. And that's 11 points for Kobe White. The Magic trail by 11. Inside. And finished off by Wagner.
Easy pickings for Wagner there, just to reach up and attack the rack like that. That's simple.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Jalen Suggs is checked in for Richardson. The Hornets also with a sub. Brandon Miller, he's checked in for James. There's Miller with the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Miller's got the lead up to 12 now for Charlotte.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And Miller moves well for a guy his size and finds the shot there off the drive.
Here's Suggs. No good on the three. Hornets leading by 12. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Franz Wagner's checked in for Howard.
After knocking down 2 threes in the first quarter, he's been a non-factor from deep. This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
Banchero outside. Nailed from three-point land. Banchero's got 7 now in this quarter.
And Banchero is putting it all together, capable of scoring from all 3 levels.
And here's Miller outside. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Pass to White. Over Suggs. And a little luck that time, but it drops. White's got 13.
Beautiful touch there. Give White these types of looks consistently, and he's going to make you pay.
Wagner. Here's Banchero for 3. Another miss by Banchero. Charlotte leading by 17. Bridges shot. Good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Baines checked in for Orlando. Knipples checked in for Charlotte. LaMelo Ball comes in for McNeely.
Their system is designed to get Wagner the basketball in a variety of positions and ways.
Deep 2 from Ball. Offline from the top of the key.
Look, it's real simple. It's a make or miss league, and he just missed it.
Bain with the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And there's another one for the Hornets.
Well, I love the feel Ball has when he should pull up or pass or whatever decision he has to make. His pace is outstanding.
1:46 left in the second quarter. And it's Wagner missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now at 6'10", GA, Franz Wagner provides great versatility to this offense.
Yeah, and he's a solid decision maker, capable of running the show. He's a gifted scorer and playmaker. Plus, he provides matchup problems with that size.
Here's Suggs. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Suggs has got 5.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Ball, the pass to White. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 3rd assist on the night. Suggs up top from the high post. And that one drops for him. He's got 7.
Really warming up. He's scoring it with consistency this quarter.
White goes in. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Wagner wide open. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. 34 seconds left in the first half of the game. Ball surveying the defense. Pass to White. Just 5 to shoot from outside the arc. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Last time they came together was in Charlotte, where they fell to the Hornets.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Kobe White, he's been feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Charlotte Hornets. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be back with you shortly.
They're up because of the three-point shot, scoring in bunches. It also opens up things down low.
And that's something to watch.
Let's take a moment now and thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, you have to like what we're seeing from Kobe White.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Bridges out there with Knipple. And it's Diabate in at the 5, roaming the paint. Over the last 2 decades, Kemba Walker has been one of the few bright spots, Clark, for Charlotte basketball.
Yeah, you look back at his time there, he led the Hornets to their last 2 playoff appearances, Kevin. He retired as their all-time leading scorer, and now they're thrilled to have Kemba Walker back as a player enhancement coach.
Here's Suggs. And it's Orlando with another.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
On the wing, Bridges. Over Banchero. Bridges misses. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic, trailing by 10. On the wing, Bridges. And a miss there on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Carter with the bucket.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Jalen Suggs.
How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's putting up 13 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy, both on the ball and when helping out.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, Jamal Mosley is doing a tremendous job for the Magic, and the players gravitate to his approach. He said, quote, "Coaching is teaching, and you can't teach yelling and screaming and hollering. You teach with communication and positivity, because that's how I think a lot of these guys will actually register it." Back to you, Kevin.
A new school approach, if you will. Thank you, Alan.
You know, when Carter Jr. is hitting this, it opens up everything else. Love seeing him get going from there.
Miller, no.
Got what he wanted, but then blew the lay-in. He tricked that one.
Banchero, that's good.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Miller, and it's Miller on the foul. Miller's got 4 points this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
You gotta like Wagner's touch. He's got a smooth jumper for a guy that size.
The defense may have given him that one. Based on the results, you see why.
And off the front iron, and in it goes. Suggs has got the game tied up here for the Magic. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And you watch Paolo Banchero, GA offensively. He is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
There's Wagner with the three. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 3 assists in the game. Charlotte's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Ball for 3. Bridges. With that miss, he's now made 6 and missed 6 from the field.
Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
Drops in the tray. Now it's a 4-point Magic lead.
Franz Wagner, a rising young star. Again, having a major impact.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too, as a matter of fact. I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes, they last days.
To the inside. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Payne. Payne's got his 4th assist in this one. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And the Magic making a change here. Carter's checked in. White, he's checked in for the Hornets. Hornets trail by 5. 3-pointer. Franz Wagner grabs the miss. Payne for 3. Diabate grabs the board. The Hornets shooting it as well as you're going to see. 67%. Bridges shot. Good.
Well, he's very dependable from that area. So Bridges, to me, should look to keep attacking when he gets the ball in this space.
The Hornets shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense.
Feeling it, no doubt. about it, he's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Carter right side. Over in the corner, Banchero. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 4 assists in the game.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Good on the three-point shot.
He's been doing some real damage from range. 2 threes in the first half, now 1 in the second.
Now, here's Wagner. He's guarded closely, buried from 15 feet out. Wagner's got 21.
He's lifting up this team with his offensive output. What a big-time quarter for him.
White finds ball. Here's Diabate. And he converts the layup. Diabate's got his second basket of the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Now, Banchero. 25 points in the game. One second left. No good on the shot. It's all tied in Orlando. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And while we can, now let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Wagner is out there with Jalen Suggs. Then there's Wagner. Then it's Batazzi. And it's De Silva in its small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Here's Ball. Count that one. Ball's got it all tied up now for Charlotte.
Boy, I really like that aggressiveness from Ball, taking it right into the defense.
Wagner passes to Wagner. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Ball. And it Suggs with the rebound. Well, Orlando shooting 69% and showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight.
Really like how Wagner has really gone after it on offense. That's part of why he's hot right now.
White. Rebound by the Magic.
Decent look from mid-range for sure, but that's not really his shot.
And that one's good, Wagner.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elemental. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
A volume three-point shooter, you have to expect White to connect on those looks from the outside.
Here's Wagner. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Wagner's got 29 in the game.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy.
And so it's Suggs who brings up the ball for the Magic. A 2-point game. Here's Wagner. And Orlando again with the bucket.
You like to see that from Wagner. I mean, as he continues to develop his mid-range game, I think we'll see more and more of that.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Diabate's checked in, and it's Bridges in for Williams. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that.
Suggs clearly on a mission right there. He went to the line looking for payback.
They get the rebound. Here's White. Sinks the triple. 24 points for him.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And the shot will go down.
No shame or fear in this young fella. And Carroll will take on any big shot. Love seeing that from him.
It's in there.
Stepping up in a big moment. Paolo Banchero. Love that leadership.
And the three misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Wagner's checked in for Carter. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Ball's checked in. That one goes in.
With his speed, Suggs able to get one step ahead, and then he's ready to let it fly.
Ball connects again from distance.
And now for this franchise, he's hit the most threes in a single season.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense. The three goes down.
And more than respectable from three. Banchero stretching his range there. Wow.
Takes the three. Knocks down the three.
They needed a bucket right there, and Bridges answers the call.
Suggs, here's Wagner. Stolen by Knipple. 16-footer drops in.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Miles Bridges. Oh, the dunk.
And there's the length and skill working together there. Miller keeping that possession alive.
And so Suggs with it. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. They lead by 4.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
From outside. Not gonna go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Suggs with the ball. Defended by Knipple. Shot from 12. No good there. Hornets trail by 6.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another.
And it's a big one. What a performance in long range. Remarkable.
Used to these big moments from his college days. Banchero's heartbeat should stay low here.
From outside.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was one. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
From 15 feet away, Wagner leaves it in off the window.
The young fella taking charge of the situation. Wagner gets the clutch bucket for his team. How sweet is that?
Down it goes for three.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. Clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And so he drops them both. It's a three-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3-point split.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. And let's get your take. Guys, what's the strategy?
And if you can get a three, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick two and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Banchero against Bridges. Rips it down with two hands.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Here's Miller to take the lead. He drills the three.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about wraps it up. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Brandon Miller.